and welcome to Portimão, Portugal for the 2025 season finale of the European Le Mans Series. Last time out in Silverstone, we crowned our LMP3 champions, but there are still 3 titles to be decided this weekend: LMGT3, LMP2 Pro Am and LMP2. Let's start with the Premier Class, LMP2. There are 3 title contenders and only 2 invitations to the 2026 24 Hours of Le Mans. Let's catch up with all of the crews that are in contention.
I think it's very tight, 7 or 8 points between the top 3 in the championship. 3 top line drivers in each car going for the title, and 3 top teams, so it's going to be tough. Obviously, what we just need to do is go out and execute as well as we can, win the race, and then the rest is up to them.
The traffic here is very important. It's a very tricky track with a lot of up and down. Here it's a track that I know quite well, so yeah, looking forward.
I love it, the undulation, the high-speed last corner, it's bumpy. It's very tricky, you have to be precise and late on the brakes, so it's one of the top ones for sure.
There is only 2 places for Le Mans. The only top 2 in the championship get the ticket for Le Mans, so for sure the target for the team is to finish in the top 2, but for us is to win the race.
I think it's going to be about who stays the calmest between our driver lineup. We seem to be very calm and execute very well, so I would say I'm quietly confident that we'll do what we need to do, and hopefully they make the mistakes and we can capitalise.
I think it's going to be a great race with the 43 and the 18. It's going to be a great fight, and I just want to bring home a result for not just me but for everyone. I think you can see how passionate he is no matter what. Like, even in practice sessions, as soon as we do a fast lap time, he's celebrating. So I think, yeah, it'll be so nice to bring it home for him after so many tries, and it'll be great to be a part of that.
Well, it's been too long not driving in here in Portimão, but this is one of the reasons as well that I like to do the European Le Mans Series. The season finale here. You feel the elevation, especially the right behind me. There is a big drop. You feel your body go down actually because you are tied to the car with the belts. It holds you down, and but you feel the car finishing on a podium at my home race would be amazing, and obviously trying to go to P4 in the championship would be great.
You have this strange feeling in your tummy, and when the car leans, you feel it in your body. So this is quite like a roller coaster, I would say. It's comparable. Funny thing is that we can still fight for P3 in the championship when there's some crazy coincidence to happen, but it's never over. At least, to finish the race with a podium or with a victory, no matter the championship result, it would be nice to finish in style.
Moving on to one of the oldest drivers in the field, the oldest actually, Kriton Lentoudis at 65 years of age. A veteran in the ELMS, last season was runner-up in LMP2 Pro Am. This year with Algarve Pro Racing still, they have won the last 2 rounds and currently sit first in the standings. Let's learn a little bit more about our Greek gentleman driver.
I think last year it was a little bit hard for us because we lost here at the last corner, actually, the championship. So we're in a very good position now. I think for the race we have to not think that we're leading. We have to push as much as we can, and hopefully if we win the championship, for me it would be amazing. It's something I could never dream before about it.
Kriton's an inspiration. I hope I'm racing in my mid-60s as well. But yeah, we go through data with him. We help him where he can improve, and he asks us any questions that we can answer. And yeah, it's a team effort. You know, inside the car and outside the car, we look through everything together and help each other.
I was passionate about cars since I was a kid, but I never had the chance to race because I was quite busy with my business. 11 years ago, I started racing. I started with historic cars, with a Group C car. I had the Porsche 956. I always had, since I started as a coach, Rui Aguas, such a fantastic coach. I owe to him a lot of things.
For sure, it impresses me every weekend what he does. You know, I don't like to call him old, but you know, he is, let's face it, and he's doing a great job for his age and learning new things every time he goes in the car.
These cars are extremely difficult to drive, lots of power, carbon brakes, but he's done a great job. And this year, honestly, he's been faultless with 0 mistakes, always on the pace.
I think it shows how clever he is as a businessman and as a racing driver. He kind of combines it, and it's showing how impressive it is for me, the job he's doing, and it's making our life easier and giving us the opportunity to go racing and go for wins.
Both Alex and Dolly are very, very good guys and very fast. So I think we have been doing well, very well together. Oh yes, Silverstone was amazing. I think in the end we did not expect we would win, and we only realized, you know, at the end of the race, and I think we won like by a tenth. It was crazy. And obviously we had a very good memory of Spa. We came first. So yeah, the season has been very good for us so far. APR is an amazing team. For me, it's the best team in the paddock. And I want to thank the owner, Stuart, Samantha, and all the staff of APR. They are doing an amazing job. But I would like to continue racing for as long as I can. So ELMS with LMP2, I would like to do it a few years, and then I will continue with a historic race.
In LMGT3, there are still 7 teams that could clinch the championship. We asked the top 4 crews, what is it that could push them over the edge in this final fight?
It's going to be a tight race. The last of the championship is always quite exciting, especially with such a tight field. We have a really good position with some points of advantage. Actually, not enough at the moment to celebrate. So far, it's been a good season, and finger crossed for Saturday's race.
We were leading, then we were not leading, then we were 1 point behind, now we're down to P4. To be honest, here we have nothing to lose. We're going to give everything, and I'm not going to give up any positions at the last lap in the last corner. It's going to be all or nothing, that's for sure, and I hope this time it's going to be our turn. We will do everything we can, because I think the project deserves it, and we all deserve it.
will be able to close the gap this race. Basically, the one that win the race is gonna be champion. So that's what we are aiming for. We are not calculating that much. We just want to win the race and hope that it will be enough to win the championship.
Whole team, keep it 10 toes, got my head high. Keep my head down, gotta stay.
It's been a season of ups and downs for everybody. There's been massive changes in the standings after every race. So for sure, it's another race, another 25 points up for grabs. Everyone wants to win. It's a very technical circuit, and the overtaking here is mega. There's great places for battles, great places for overtakes, and like it's been all year, the field is quite close together in pace. So yeah, it will be an interesting one, but we're ready to give it our all.
Portimão hosted the first ELMS Women on Track event, introduced by ELMS event director Gail Chouteau. Local students were invited to listen to and to talk to some of the many female members in the ELMS paddock, and hopefully to inspire them to follow a career in motorsport. In LMGT3, it was Hiroshi Koizumi of Japan who drove the number 82 Chrome Vet for TF Sport into pole position for the first time this season. In LMP3, CLX Motorsport clinched their 5th pole of the year. Adrien Clomenel in the car during qualifying, Paul Loncher to take the start. It's a 4th LMP2 Pro-Am pole of the season for Giorgio Roda in the 77 Proton competition car. Overall pole position and the fastest LMP2 car, Matteo Cairoli in the number 9 Iron Lynx Proton entry. And that is their first pole of the season.
Sobre a terra, sobre o mar, as armas pela pátria lutar, contra os canhões marchar, marchar.
are ready to go racing in Portimão, the 6th and final time of the 2025 European Le Mans Series. On board with PJ Hyatt, Spike on the front row in LMP2 Pro-Am. The lights are out and away we go. The yellow and black of Jonas Reed. What a great start. And following him, down the inside of Jamie Chadwick comes Jakub Śmiechowski in the yellow and green of Inter Europol. They sweep through. There's the LMP2 class battles as we follow our leaders, and Inter Europol up to second. Jamie Chadwick down to third place from second on the grid. Back of the field, Hiroshi Koizumi's silver Corvette being challenged by Clement Matteo in the Racing Spirit of Le Mans. Aston Martin looked like he was getting through. 2 wide, 3 wide at the tail of the top 10. Red, white and blue. Manuel Maldonado running out very wide. Battling with Manuel Espirito Santo, the silver and grey CLX machine. That's a change for 7th place as Maldonado picks up the spot. Right behind, the second Inter Europol car battling for position as well, but losing out there in the white and red. Paul Lafargue for EDEX Sport moving up to 9th. Luca Giotto trying to come back at him with the bright green lows, but can't get through. And he's got Benjamin Pedersen in the green and black Duquesne and Algarve Pro's Teo Pourchaire chasing in his wheel tracks. All trouble for the Kessel Racing Ferrari. Takeshi Kimura gets back on his way again though. EDEX Sports Paul Lafargue losing ground. Both Algarve Pro cars have gone by him. The first is the LMP2 car, the second is the LMP2 Pro-Am leader. So Lafargue has gone from 4th on the grid down to 13th place. Battle for 4th in LMG G3, the Mercedes Martin Berry, the pink and white Porsche Celia Martin and Konrad Larsen flashing the headlights in the AF Corsa Ferrari. Looking to try and make his way through. Racing Spirit of Le Mans did get the lead. Clement Matteo from TF Sports Corvette. United Autosports, the McLaren in 3rd place. There is the orange car, not too far ahead of this battle. And right now, Celia Martin looking to try and find her way through. Can't find a way by the Mercedes, which has got great top-end speed. And all over the back of her, Konrad Larsen in the 51 Ferrari down the inside into the tight right-hander at the top of the brow, and he squeezes through up to 5th place. Antiramo for DKR Engineering, 5th place in LMP3 behind the pink M Racing car of Stefan Trebodini. Trebodini with a good run here. Antiramo, the Inter Europol competition car just hanging on, but the road favours Trebodini and he's through. Race leaders in traffic at the hairpin, down the inside, the purple and yellow, that's VDS Panis Racing, Ollie Gray going by Jakub Śmiechowski. The yellow-green Inter Europol car has to run out wide. Ollie Gray charging up the hill after the orange and black of JB Chadwick. Ollie Gray, the man on the move. Look at the yellow and black. That is our race leader, Jonas Reed. And Ollie Gray is all over him for the lead of the race. Contact here, Benjamin Pedersen for Duquesne and the JMW Ferrari of Scott Noble. A little bit of debris on the track as the P2 car goes through. On board with the JMW Ferrari, minding his own business.
Full course yellow, we are under full course yellow.
Take a look from the drone at the race start. Jamie Chadwick running out wide in 2nd place and Kuba Śmiechowski straight up the inside into turn 3, grabbing that spot as Jonas Reed leads them up the hill for the first time. On board with Manuel Espirito Santo, this is the CLX Motorsport car that started 8th, looking for a gap. Goes around the outside of the EDEX Sport car. In LMP3, Antiramo ran into the back of Julien Gerby in the number 8 Team Virage car, but it was much worse for the number 12 WTM by Rinaldi Racing, Torsten Kratz. And we're on board with Scott Noble showing what happened to Takeshi Kimura in the Car Guys Kessel Racing Ferrari. Back to green flag racing, and there is 77. That's the Proton competition entry that leads in LMP2 Pro-Am. Actually just about to put a lap on the 27 car from Nielsen Racing, which is just ahead of it on the road. Tail of the top 10 here in LMGT3. They go 3 wide down into turn 1 on the inside. Horst Felbermayr, the Proton competition Porsche, got a double toe down the straight, went by Custodia Toledo, the white and blue 51, and has now been repassed by Scott Noble in the 66 JMW Motorsport Ferrari. That's a good move by Felbermayr. The young Austrian did them both in one go. Change for third place in LMGT3, Celia Martin in the Iron Dames Porsche, just passed by AF Corsa's Conrad Lawson. She's now got the McLaren right on her tail. That big bump over the curb won't have felt good either. In the gravel, number 30, Benjamin Pedersen for Duquesne. Yellow flags are out. And that's a high-speed place to lose it. Was it contact there or just caught out by the LMGT3 cars? The driver out of the car, that's good news. Virtual safety car. Duquesne's number 30, I think their race is over. Race leader in the pits, Oliver Gray for VDS Panis Racing. He stays in. This will be fuel only. And that cycles Iron Lynx Proton back to the top of the pile. Looking here at PJ Hyatt, going by Georgios Krolovos in the DKR engineering machine for third in LMP2 Pro-Am. More pit stops from the front runners. This is Jamie Chadwick from EDEC Sport. Pits open under virtual safety car, which will lead to a safety car. So everybody's scrambling for fuel and tyres. And there is the race leader, the 48 from VDS Panis. Ten minutes behind the safety car. We are ready to go back to green flag racing. No overtaking before the start-finish line, no matter how slow the car in front of you is. TF Sports, Hiroshi Koizumi back in charge ahead of Racing Spirit Le Mans. That is Aston Martin second in the queue there as the leaders try and work their way through. The Iron Dames up to third. And there is the pink and white Porsche, and the Iron Lynx car that was the leader of the race goes through on the inside. Little touch between the green and red Aston of Clement Mathieu and Hiroshi Koizumi's chrome Corvette, and trouble for Manuel Maldonado. Lights flicking on and off, a sure sign he's trying to get the car to restart, and that's Georgios Kolovos as well. Safety car being scrambled. So was there contact between them, or is Maldonado just dead? Bad news for United. And here are their GT3 drivers, Wayne Boyd and Garnet Patterson. Heading back to green, VDS Panis leading CLX and Nielsen. That's the 1, 2, 3, then the yellow and black. Car number 9 from Iron Lynx Proton. So your leaders now with no slower cars between them. Oliver Gray making the perfect restart, whistling away down the hill for VDS Panis and catching the 47 car of Manuel Espirito Santo, absolutely cold, and he's got trouble with Sam Bullock-Basie right behind him, the 24 Nielsen car, flashing the headlights. Is he going to look down the inside? He is. Is he going to take second? He is. And behind, it's Ryan Cullen in the number 10 Vector Sport car that goes by Jamie Chadwick for 5th position. All sorts of action at the restart. Here's a change for second in LMP3. Fabien Mickel has gone by Paul Lancher. So Euro International up to second, CLX down to third. And here, Celia Martin. Ahead of her is Clement Mathieu. This is for second place, behind Hiroshi Koizumi. And Martin Berry in the yellow and black Mercedes, ready to take advantage if it all goes wrong. Martin down the inside, looking to retake second place, and she does. The Aston goes out wide. Martin Berry in the Iron Lynx Mercedes goes inside, outside. He moves up to third. Ryan Cullen attacking again, this time looking for fourth. Goes around the outside of Jonas Reed in the number 9 Iron Lynx Proton machine. Can he hang on there? Yes, he can. Fantastic stuff. And through comes Jamie Chadwick for EDEC Sport as well. So Jonas Reed loses 2 spots. And he's got the Inter-Europol car right behind him as well of Kuba Śmiechowski. Śmiechowski with the yellow and green, looking to go by for 6th position. Got a great run down through the final corner, and has just got a slight advantage over Jonas Reed. He's got the inside line, And he completes the move for 6 down into turn 1. There's another battle on the brakes right behind them as well. CLX Motorsport 47 in the pits. Enzo Fittipaldi taking over from Manuel Espirito Santo, with Jamie Chadwick chasing Ryan Cullen through the battle in the podium positions for LMP3. Over the brow, down to the hairpin. Chadwick on the inside, has to take to the runoff area, and there's contact. 88, that's Timothy Creswick getting spun around the nose of Ryan Cullen, and the Vector Sport car is off into gravel, and that might well be another safety car. Chadwick comes down the inside of Cullen, has to take to the runoff area. Cullen, contact with the 88 car. That sort of looked like a racing incident. And because Chadwick's on the inside, Cullen can't turn in as early as he wants, and is a little wide, and then on the outside of us runs into Creswick. Matteo Cairoli, Iron Lynx Proton, ready to go. And Creswick in the pit lane. Pits remain open under virtual safety car. The lead is coming in. He won't be the only one either. EDX Sport are going to pit. There's Danny Hunkerdale with team boss Nick Manassian. There's number 10 car, so the Vex Sport of Ryan Cullen has been retrieved from the gravel. Here's the Richard Mille Ev Corsa Ferrari that took the lead in LMGT3 point standings with a win at Silverstone last time out. Jamie Chadwick, followed by Kuba Schmachowski and Sem Bullock-Basie into the pit lane. TDS now moved to the top in LMP2 Pro-Am.
Safety car deployed. Leader, slow down. We are under safety car. Car 48, slow down, please.
Back to green flag racing. 2 hours 24 minutes remain, and it is VDS Panis ahead of Nielsen. New drivers though, Esteban Masson for VDS Panis Racing. The leaders, Felipe Albuquerque, the Portuguese star, for Nielsen in second place. And here is the third place car into Europol. In fact, third and fourth man, more trouble for WTM by Rinaldi Racing. Into the garage goes the number 12 car. Leaders in traffic, Esteban Masson ahead of Philippe Albuquerque and Nicky Yellerly. Albuquerque and Yellerly both, like a number of other drivers, back from the Petit Le Mans 10-hour race in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Series the weekend before. And VDS Panis Racing so disappointed not to win last time out at Silverstone. Can they end the season on a high in Portugal? Replay here of the change for third place. The very slow Nielsen car 24, Philip Albuquerque. Danny Hunkerdale for EDX Sport going by. In the pit lane, Celia Martin handing over to Sarah Bovey for the Iron Dames. This is the LMGT3 leader as they came in from the 50 Ferrari. Strong race from Giars, Ferrari in third position. And there is Riccardo Agostini now. He's taken over from Custodio Toledo. Lila Wadu, the third driver. CLX lead in LMP3. Dane Cameron, AO by TF on top in LMP2 Pro-Am. And Esteban Masson leading for VDS Panis. Battle for second in LMP3. The black and orange is Tom Fleming's GR Racing Ferrari. The orange and black, and that's Garnet Patterson, United Autosports McLaren, and Rui Andrade in the chrome TF Sport Corvette in fourth place. Right behind them, this is a tight little battle, isn't it? And fifth place is not too far behind. 90 minutes to go. Richard Mille Ev Ferrari number 50. This is Riccardo Agostini leading the class here in LMGT3 and currently on target to win the title from TF Sport. Racing Spirit Le Mans would be 3 points back in third, GR 1 point further behind in fourth as of now. But in 90 minutes, a lot can change. In LMP2 Pro-Am, AO by TF, currently the provisional champions. Algarve Pro second, TDS Racing in third. And it is AO by TF who lead the field here in Pro-Am. It is the 48 from VDS Panis that leads in LMP2. A third win of the season, if they can claim it here, would be enough to seal the title for them as well. A first for the team.
I'm joined by the home hero, Felipe Albuquerque, driver of the number 24 Nielsen Racing. And this is such a shame that it's come to this, especially here. I know you were hoping for a really good run, and it looked like you had amazing pace towards the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I mean, it's heartbreaking. I mean, Jem was doing a great job. I got in against the big boys of the other cars as well. But yeah, we worked for the first time. We could keep up with them, and was like the car was on rails. I'm really happy with the balance because I was in charge of the car balance for the race, and Verdi was qualifying it. So I'm happy with it because I was having fun. VDS still had a little on us, but he's not going so far away. But then after one corner, the engine just simply lost power, and I could feel straight away that something was wrong. We tried to change, engine maps, throttle maps, whatever we could do in the car, but we were 9 seconds off. I could barely pass GTs. I didn't want it to destroy the race of anybody because I could see I was I think 7 seconds off. So again, it's just heartbreaking because I think a podium would be possible, and what we have been doing with this car, with this team, where we started and where we are going now, it was a big change. So I'm proud of that. We did everything right. It was just a shame that he let us down.
Big shame. Thanks, Felipe.
Thank you.
Final driver change of the season for the Richard Mille AF Corsa as Riccardo Agostini hands over to the young French driver Lilou Wadu. She will have the honour of finishing the race and maybe of taking the title for the team. But it is still open. TF Sport lead from United and the Iron Dames. Racing Spirit of Le Mans, they're in fourth from Iron Lynx and Spirit of Race. And here is the race leader, Rui Andrade, taking over Hiroshi Koizumi, the Angolan, with his regular teammate Charlie Eastwood, waiting to get in. And the Chrome Vet, as the team call him, could still have a chance at the title here if things go horribly wrong for Richard Mille, and as a result they'll be pushing on. United Autosport battling with the Iron Dames, the orange and black of the McLaren versus the pink and white of the Iron Dames Porsche. And Iron Dames again have had so much tough luck this season. They've had heartbreak and jubilation here at Portimão. They've been winners here before in ELMS. Can they do it again? Number 18 from EDEX Sport in the pit lane. Danny Hunkadea handing over to Mathis Jobert. And in fact, their second car is in as well, the white and red. Paul-Luc Chatin handing that car over to Joop van Uytert. Fuel tyres and a fresh drive, a little over an hour to go. What's this down at the hairpin? That's Pedro Perino for Inter Europol. They slowed a few moments ago. Car did restart. It looks like they have fairly major issues as off heads the number 18 from EDEX Sport. So Mathis Jobert in the orange and black of Genesis Magna Racing, and behind him comes Joop van Uytert. In comes 48 from VDS Panis, and the United Autosport Pro-Am car follows them down the pit road. They're sixth place overall, third in Pro-Am, as we cycle through green flag pit stops for the first time in the race. High fives from the EDEX Sport crew. And VDS Panis, Esteban Masson handing over to Charles Milesi. Second place into the final hour for EDEX Sport, riding with Mathis Jobert. That's Lilou Wadu in front of us in the Richard Mille AF Corsa Ferrari that's on target at the moment to win the title. Only one title in LMP3 was decided at Silverstone, everything else up for grabs, and it's a near 8-second advantage for VDS Panis Racing at the moment. So it's Mathis Jobert, the French coming man, against the established world endurance star Charles Milesi. That is the battle for the final hour. Unless, and here's just a thought, something odd happens. LMP2 Pro-Am, Louis Delatraz second in the AO by TF Purple Dragon Spike, and with the red, white and blue of France on, Mathieu Vassivière in third place for AF Corsa. And that chrome car with so much winning history over the years. On the right there, Francois Perrodo, titles at World Championship and ELMS level. And Nielsen now coming around the outside. This is a big push from James Allen. He goes by Mathieu Vaxivière for third place in LMP2 Pro-Am. Nielsen might have been let down by their number 24 car in terms of reliability, but the 27 machine now in a podium spot in LMP2 Pro-Am. LMGT3 leaders are in the pits from second place. That's Sarah Bovey doing up the window nets for Michelle Gatting at the Iron Dames. And the TF Sport Corvette is in as well. Rui Andrade walks away, and that means Charlie Eastwood is bolted in and ready to go when the fuel and tyres are done. The Iron Dames won the season opener in Barcelona. The Corvette crew won round 3 in Imola, so a win apiece. They're only a handful of points apart, but they're looking like the outside favourites perhaps for the championship title. With the 50 Ferrari leading coming in here, they do need a big result, both of these teams, to try and snatch the title away. Michelle Gatting is down and rolling, but further up the pit lane is the Corvette. Are they ready to go? Are we going to see drama here? The Corvette comes back out in front. Charlie Eastwood ahead of Michelle Gatting. So, no change in the pit lane. Replay of a change in LMP2 Pro-Am. The Proton competition car of Bent Viscal going by Mathieu Vaxivier's AF Corsa car. That was already down to 4th. And that is another place lost for the 83. In LMP2 Pro-Am, it is almost whoever wins this race is going to be champion. Matthias Besch, if he stays in front for TDS Racing ahead of AO by TF, they could well take the title. But for AO by TF to do so, they too need to be on the top step of the podium. Realistically, Louis Delatraz is bringing down the gap as he works Spike the Purple Dragon through the LMGT3 traffic. Oh no, trouble for M Racing, as at Silverstone just 2 drivers. Cantor Antonell doing the second half of the race. He's got the engine fired up again, but why did it just stop on the straight? Riding on board with United Autosport's Wayne Boyd. That's Ricardo Pera on the left, GR Racing on the right-hand side. Michelle Gatting of the Iron Dames, he's getting a double toe, trying to go by both of them. He does go by both of them. Fantastic stuff. Wayne Boyd from 5th up to 3rd. Yes! Cheers at United Autosport. Michelle Gatting still there. Inside, trying to come around. But that LMP3 car is right in their way. Not helping Wayne Boyd. One more great racing at LMGT3. Ricardo Pera, the loser there, getting Boysted down 2 spots as Wayne Boyd moved up and Michelle Gatting followed him through. Now Gatting in the pink and white Porsche all over the back of United Autosport's McLaren. A familiar papaya and black. I'm not sure that this battle is over yet. Both cars will react differently as the tyres wear and the fuel load burns off. Battle for 5th place in LMGT3. Ricardo Pera in the GR Racing Ferrari under real pressure now from Valentin Aseclo in the racing spirit of Le Mans Aston Martin. And don't forget, that car took the lead right at the beginning of the race. The Aston now slips by into 5th place with their final drivers on board. We're inside the last half hour of the season, and Tom Fleming snapping around the heels of the Aston. See, in a very different way, the 2 cars make their speed. Little touch as the Ferrari picked up the throttle quicker than the Aston off the corner. Flashing the headlights, desperate to try and get back. Valentin Aseclo defending on the middle of the road at the hairpin, determined not to make a mistake there. Manuel Espirito Santo taking over the 47 car from Enzo Fittipaldi. On board with Louis Delatraz, 3rd in LMP2 Pro-Am. TDS Racing ahead of him, but 2nd is not enough for them. Not if AO by TF are on the podium. TDS must win this to win the title. There is the TDS car, the yellow and green highlights. AO by TF not too far behind, and at the moment on target to narrowly take the championship from the number 20 Algarve Pro car by just 2 points. TDS need a disaster for AO and victory for themselves to turn this around. And A, of course, has hopes are really long gone, unless there is some massive drama in front and nobody else scores. So the pressure is on now. Try and get victory. You don't have to, but try and make sure you don't get caught out in traffic going by the car guys, Kessel Racing, Ferrari, and that's the sort of moment that can spell disaster. An experienced hand now like Louis Delatraz, though, he can see Matthias Besch in front. He knows he's closing. Here's the Corvette leading in LMGT3, Charlie Eastwood, and they, if they stay where they are and nobody else changes, they will be the champions in LMGT3. And don't forget, AO by TF is the same TF Sport team that is running this Corvette. That could be a double championship win for Tom Ferrier's crew. What a weekend this would be. So TF Sport currently leading the race by 2 seconds. They can afford to lose ground to United, but not much. Iron Lynx Proton's Maceo Capietto, car number 9, 7th place in LMP2. And here's a replay. He was trying to catch Manuel Espirito Santo in traffic and bounced on that curb on the inside. Lucky not to hit the Porsche. Look at that. Luckily the car spun to the inside as he avoided disaster. And that was just in front of AO by TF's Louis Delatraz. Look at the yellow car, goes down the inside and luckily spins out of the way. And here's the reaction in the Iron Lynx garage. Less than 6 minutes left in the race, less than 6 minutes left in the season. Charles Malaysi leads for VDS Panis Racing, looking for win number 3. Matthias Besch leads in LMP2 Pro, Adrian Cromenil in LMP3, and Charlie Eastwood in LMGT3. And at the moment, VDS Panis on their way towards the title, as are TF Sport. AO by TF not leading their class, but chasing down TDS Racing. They may yet win it. The Goodyear Wingfoot Awards, most valuable driver in LMP2, Oliver Gray. In GT3, Clement Mathieu. And in LMP2 Pro-Am, it is PJ Hyatt. In LMGT3, it is the battle for the lead that has all the attention right now. There's Wayne Boyd, the United Autosports McLaren, chasing down Charlie Eastwood in the Corvette. The McLaren has scored 1 point so far this season. It has not been an easy year for the United Autosport McLaren crew in LMGT3. Could they turn that on its head by taking all the points here in LMGT3 in Portimão? The final lap of the season, it will be victory for VDS Panis Racing for a 3rd time this year. Charles Malaysi heads to the checkered flag. They were winners in Imola, they were winners in Spa, they are winners for the 3rd time in Portimão. Jubilation in the team, because with that victory goes the LMP2 title. VDS Panis Racing are the European Le Mans Series champions 2025 with Oliver Gray, Charles Malaysi and Esteban Masson. Rightful delight for the team boss there, Olivier Panis. It is VDS Panis Racing who win in Portimão. 5th overall and Pro-Am victory for TDS Racing. LMP3, the win going to CLX Motorsports number 17 machine. And in LMGT3, it is TF Sport who come out on top of the pile. Always a challenging race in Portimão. 2 safety cars involved, but just 5 cars failed to make it to the line out of our 43 starters. And finally, all our championship titles have been decided.
coming, but I know I am. Follow my heart, I stick to the road.
We pushed from the first race. It has been really tough, and especially this race to lead after the amazing job from Oli to keep the lead, increase the gap, and give the car to Charles in a good position. And then he just did the job as usual, and to finish off with the win. It has been tight with IDEC, Interpol. We had to do the job, so we're really happy today.
Top step of the podium for Charles Milesi, Ollie Gray and Esteban Masson as VDS Panis win it all. Interpol and IDEC Sport, their close challengers, also in the top three. And that's how they finish in the championship as well, with Vector, Nielsen and CLX rounding out the top half dozen. For the drivers and the team, it is a moment to treasure. TDS held on to claim Pro-Am victory in Portimão, their first win of the season. Rodrigo Sales, Matthias Besch and Clement Novalak. But with a win and 4 other podiums from 6 races, the champions AO by TF, Spike the Dragon, PJ Hyatt, Louis Delatraz and Dane Cameron.
We were chasing this win since, I would say, Le Castellet. So and it was not an easy one. And it's such a pleasure to share that for the season ending with my teammates. You see on track we fight to get that one because we're really eager to get our first win.
Joining the TDS crew on the podium, AO by TF in second and Nielsen in third. And that win by TDS enough to bring them up to third place in the championship, 11 points covering the top 3. Last year AO by TF won the European Le Mans Series in LMP2. This year they've done it in Pro-Am. The man behind the programme, PJ Hyatt. What a couple of years.
Yeah, it's amazing for him. I mean, it's still only a few years in motorsport for him, so to be double champion in 3-4 years of professional motorsport is quite outstanding, so really proud of his progression. Quite a crazy few weeks, but incredibly proud of the entire team and very proud of them to win GT3 also.
Spoiler alert, it's the TF Corvette that wins in LMGT3 as Charlie Eastwood brings it across the line. Rui Andrade, Hiroshi Koizumi and the TF Sport team celebrate. Victory in Portugal and the LMGT3 title. A second win for the Chrome Vet, enough to make it a very good weekend for TF Sport. A classic multinational lineup. American race car, British team, Japanese, Angolan and Irish driver trio.
For sure for Charlie it was stressful in the car, but from us from the outside watching it all unfold was even more stressful, but never had any doubt that Charlie could do it, and then in the end he pulled it off. I don't know how he did it, but he managed to hold off the McLaren and win the race. So yeah, couldn't be happier right now.
Top step of the podium for Hiroshi Koizumi, Rui Andrade and Charlie Eastwood. McLaren in second place, Porsche in third with United and the Iron Dames. TF Sport had the race they needed, Richard Mille AF Corsa did not. They only finished 8th in Portimão, not enough to hold off the Corvette. They lost the title in the final race and TF Sport won it.
Big round of applause for the first 3 teams also. It's time to celebrate.
Our winners in LMP3, fittingly enough perhaps, were the champions. Car number 17, Paul Lancière, Adrien Clomenil and Theodor Jensen. With 5 wins and 5 poles from 6 races, they were absolutely the class of the LMP3 field.
Yeah, it was an amazing win. All of us did an amazing job, no mistakes, really good pace, and yeah, incredible race.
The dominant car of the championship in any category, you'd have to say. CLX win again. Team Virage number 8 in second place and DKR's number 4 Ginetta in third spot. So CLX confirmed as champions with 130 points to the 69 of their closest rivals, Team Virage, with Interpol just 3 points behind them. So without CLX, it would have been an incredibly tight title race. But CLX were there at every race. The last thing, the awards ceremony at the Portimão Arena, hosted by Alex Brundle and Steph Wentworth. And that's it until April and Barcelona for the 2026 ELMS.